Boom, here we go. Another show. Another show. We are live. We are live. How we doing? Today is Wednesday, December 6th, 2023, and these are today's headlines. I know I started a little bit late today, but we actually just got done finishing the most recent episode of the podcast, which we recorded a couple days late, but that's okay. Real life gets in the way from time to time. My day job, work construction during the day. Usually, I had to work at night first 2 days this week. So we had to adjust a little bit. But we got through it. The night shift's over. Back to a regular schedule this week. That's why we missed Monday's headlines, unfortunately. But that first night that I had to work night, right? This was Monday. And the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer was scheduled to release on December 5th at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, it's all right. That's okay. I'll be home, right? I was excited because I was working nighttime. I'll be home. I'll get to watch it. Well, here I come to find out that on Monday, the trailer leaked. I actually heard that allegedly it might actually be like one of the executives' kids, which honestly isn't too surprising. I think that's where we get a majority of our Marvel leaks, is from these executives' children, right? But the GTA 6 trailer leaked a day before they were set to release it, and like the pimps they are, Rockstar said, you know what? Unfortunately, the trailer leaked, but let's just drop the thing, right? So they posted their links out. They said, hey, unfortunately, our trailer has leaked, but please go check out the official trailer at the link below. And they only posted to YouTube for the first, I'd say, almost 48 hours. And in the first 24 hours, they broke the YouTube record for the amount of views that it received in a 24-hour time frame, which is pretty incredible, figuring how much stuff gets loaded on a day-to-day basis, but not surprising because of what it is. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is probably one of the greatest games ever made, one of the greatest franchises ever made by one of the greatest game studios to have ever existed, Rockstar. So I get home from work that Monday night, and I sit down at the computer, and I was telling myself, all right, just sit down, just relax tonight, don't do anything. And as soon as I turned my computer on, I seen that the trailer had dropped. And I'm thinking, come on, man, like seriously, you know, you're gonna do me like that? You're seriously gonna do me like that? Guess we're going to work. So I turned all my stuff on, had to get all the lights on and my cameras and the microphones and all the hoopla and get it all set up, because obviously I couldn't wait till the following day to watch the trailer, and I'm not going to do one of those reactions where I'm reacting but already watched the trailer several times, but I'm seeing it for the first time type of thing. Nah, we ain't going to do that. We'll take the time. We'll load it all up. Took a couple extra minutes. I got the system set up, and we did a live reaction, first viewing to this trailer, and let me tell you right now, this is better than most of the theatrical trailers that I've seen throughout the year. I mean, it was fairly well put together. And it was a lot. I mean, they gave you a lot in this trailer. I've heard up and down, you know, I've heard some people complaining that it wasn't long enough. I'll take whatever Rocksteady is willing to give at this point, right? And then the release date of 2025. If that's what you need, to finish this game, you just take your time, baby. You just take your time. I'll be here patiently waiting. And when you're ready, I'm ready. Okay? Deal? 2025 will be here before you know it. I was watching a compilation of streamers reacting to that 2025 news, and a lot of them are like, oh my God, I'm gonna be old. It's a year away, guys. Come on. It's the end of 2023. It's going into 2024, and this thing's coming out in 2025. It's 1 year, bud. 1 year and some change. Just breathe. Everything will be just fine. Well, like I said, it broke the most viewed record at roughly 90 million views in a 24-hour period. Also, it broke, I wouldn't say break records. I don't think there was a record, so it probably created a record for listens. I guess you would call it listens on Spotify. Let me read this here to you. Following the release of Grand Theft Auto 6's announcement trailer featuring the 1989 Tom Petty song, Love is a Long Road, the track has experienced a substantial surge in streams on Spotify. According to Spotify, the strong streams have skyrocketed by an astonishing 37,000%. What? 37,000? I mean, come on, dude. It's a good song. And I probably contributed to it. I mean, I listened to that song all the way to work. That day after I watched the trailer, I had that song so beat into my head, I listened to it all the way to work. And on the way home, too. Because it got me here in the soul. You know what I'm saying? It's just so good. So good. Now, no good thing comes without a little controversy, right? No good thing comes without a little controversy. Let me get this here.
It's the time to get in and get away.
All right. What is that? We don't want that. Stupid ads. Here we go. Here are some still images from the trailer. Absolutely incredible. But like I was saying, price point. No good thing don't come without a little controversy, and the controversy is the price point. It had been stated that this game could possibly have a price tag of $150. And it's also going to be an official next-gen title. It's only coming to PS5, and it's only coming to Xbox Series X. And I'm okay with that. And if you look at the history of Rockstar, then most likely your PC launch will come in about a year after the initial launch, right? So it's not like it's not going to come to PC. And for most of us, we need the time to upgrade our PCs to be able to handle this beast. But that rumor of the $150 price point has been kind of debunked. And what I mean by that, Niche Gamer recently reported a rumor suggesting that Grand Theft Auto 6 could cost $150. But the claim lacks substantiating evidence or details. The publication labeled the information as a rumor without providing a source, and without clarification on whether the supposed price pertains to the base game or an enhanced edition at launch. Due to the absence of concrete information, the $150 speculation appears unsubstantiated and is likely to be dismissed until further details emerge. And you know what? Until you hear this from the horse's mouth, until you hear an official statement from Rockstar, everything's hearsay at this point, okay? And the rumor train is, I guarantee you, about to ramp up. We got an official trailer now. We're going to be getting theories and rumors and speculation galore. So, get your hedge clippers. There might be a little trimming we need to do, but we'll get through it, and I'll bring you the latest as it comes in. Jonathan Majors' trial began this week. And from what I understand, today was quite the emotional roller coaster. Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari, who's 30, testified in a Manhattan court that the actor assaulted her in March. She described their 2-year relationship as having highs and lows, with Majors displaying volatile and controlling behavior. Jabari alleged that Majors became angry and physically abusive after she saw a text message from another woman on his phone. She also mentioned that he would threaten suicide after fights. Majors has pleaded not guilty to 3 charges of misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, and harassment. The trial is ongoing, and the defense has claimed that Jabari fabricated the allegations. Majors' ex-girlfriend's testimony is expected to continue throughout the week. Also today, I just found out that they had an audio recording that was played for the jury. During the Jonathan Majors domestic assault trial, an audio recording... Hold on a damn minute. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Right? What are we doing here? This is Jonathan Majors. We were looking at Grand Theft Auto there before. Now we're looking at this. Get your shit together, Fred. Too much going on today, right? Too much going on. Like I said, worked all night last night, then working on the GTA 5 breakdown all day today. Just recorded a podcast and got that all going, and now we're doing this. So let's get back into this. The audio recording at the Jonathan Majors trial. During Jonathan Majors' domestic assault trial, an audio recording from September 2022 was played. In the recording, Majors described himself as a great man and demanded that his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, behave like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King. He was heard saying, "I'm a great man. I do things for my culture and for the world." This recording was presented as part of the evidence in the trial. I tried to get a reaction from the jury. I couldn't find much information on that aspect. But I mean, I don't think it's not a crime to be narcissistic, right? It's not a crime to look highly upon yourself. So, if that's all this recording said, I'm a great man, I do great things for my culture and for the world, I don't really feel that holds much water, right? That don't hold much water there. The trial is going to continue throughout the remainder of the week, and we will continue to gather these details and bring them to you, and hopefully on Friday when we do this, I do a little bit better job. Right there, that's Grace Jabari there, leaving the courtroom this afternoon. And this was a photo. I got this from ABC News. And this is a photo of Jonathan Majors at the courtroom. And that's all she wrote on Jonathan Majors for today. Now we get into Deadpool, all right? And this is starting to get a little ridiculous with all the leaks, with all the, I don't want to say official, but I mean, they are official set photos. They're not from Marvel. They're not from any of the production or any of the actors. This is paparazzi photos. And from what I understand, I actually just found this out, that back in, what was that, late spring, right before the SAG-AFTRA strikes started, and we got those first images from Deadpool 3. You know, the ones with Hugh Jackman in that badass suit, right? Well, I found out that some of your larger YouTubers who would use those photos in a breakdown video or, you know, just generally speaking about Deadpool 3 and what the plot may be, yada, yada. Well, these YouTubers were basically held at gunpoint, some of them, by whomever the person is that took these photos. I don't know which channel it was, but I heard that one of these guys paid over $1,000 to this photographer so he wouldn't go after him with a copyright strike. Unfortunately, this channel, whoever it may be, already had 2 strikes. And if you're familiar with YouTube, if you get 3 strikes, that's it. You're done. Game over. Channel gets deleted. Everything's gone. Sorry about your luck. And that, of course, led to a little fear. Whomever this may be, you know, they're putting all their hard work into this channel, and they think they're using fair use material, right? These pictures are everywhere on the internet, and they think they're using fair use material and turn around and get threatened with copyright strikes unless they pay money out of pocket. That's shady as fuck, bro. I don't care. That's like super shady. It's not like this dude worked for Marvel, right? It's not like Kevin Feige's going, hey, you can't use this. This is some random dude. He's not even supposed to be taking the pictures in the first place, and now he's trying to cash in on it. So, fuck you, whoever you are, and sorry to the guy that ended up paying out of pocket for this stuff. That's terrible. But these leaks, they're starting to get out of control. Don't get me wrong. I like a shot or two, right? A shot or two is cool, gets you excited, gets the theory juices going. I wonder where they're going. I wonder where they are. I wonder what is happening. I wonder what's going on between these 2 characters. Why are they where they are, right? It starts sparking conversation and leading to this and that. But it's getting to the point that every time I open my Twitter feed, there's 5 new photos from the set of Deadpool 3. We don't need that much. And especially in some of these more recent photos, I mean, they drop some bombs, dude. They drop some serious bombs in these other photos, right? I'm talking villains, vehicles, locations, rumored characters, now confirmed. You know what I mean? And at this point, it's getting a little ridiculous, and Ryan Reynolds seems to think so as well. In a recent statement from Ryan Reynolds, surprises are part of the magic of theatrical movies. It's important for us to shoot the new Deadpool film in real, natural environments using practical effects as opposed to making the movie indoors and digitally. Telephoto lenses continue to spoil surprises and create a difficult situation for everyone. Reynolds posted on his Instagram story Wednesday morning. And then he continues, here's hoping some of the websites and social channels hold back showing images before they're ready. The film is built for audience joy, and our highest hope is to preserve as much of that magic as possible for the finished film and the big screen. Part of the reason people post spoilers is because they're excited. Of course. I realize those aren't real world issues, and it's firmly a good problems bucket. I love making this movie. And Deadpool's still slated to arrive on July 26, 2024, being the only major Marvel official MCU property for the year. And I agree with you 100%, Ryan. The leaks are getting a little ridiculous. Just on the podcast, before I started this show here, me and Ren were discussing a hypothetical situation. Now, imagine this. Put yourself in this mindset. Let's pretend that none of these images leaked. Let's pretend that we know nothing, right? We don't know anything. They're on like endgame level secrecy of this film. They're at No Way Home level secrecy for this film. And July 26th comes along, and we got our tickets, right? We got our tickets, we're in line, we go in, we get our seats, we got our popcorn, got our drink, and we sit down for Deadpool 3. And of course, the movie opens up with Deadpool, and we get some familiar faces, and then the multiverse madness begins, and we see a pair of blue boots. We see maybe a doorway, right? It's real dark, and it's kind of, there's a figure in the doorway, and there's a bright light behind him, and you can barely, you can't see any color, but you can see an outline of a figure, right? And you see the hairline, and you're like, ooh, that looks like Wolverine, right? But then as he walks out and everything brightens up, we see him in the iconic yellow and blue suit. Dude, you would have yourself a Chris Evans, Captain America, picking up Mjolnir moment. Everybody would absolutely lose their minds. But, unfortunately, that is something we'll never know now. Why? Because some jerk-off is trying to make a couple extra dollars off of YouTubers, and he's out there taking daily photos. Imagine we're sitting in that theater, and we see some of these vehicles that have been showing up in these images. People are going to absolutely lose their minds. But unfortunately, we'll never know. Unfortunately, we'll never know. Now, hopefully, I know this statement touched me. And I know this statement has touched some others as far as let's stop the leaks, because I want to save some surprises for the actual film. Right? Let's save the rest of this thing for when we sit down for it. Let's save the rest of this movie for when it's actually ready. And not just a bunch of random shots with green screen sacks on top of people's heads. That's all I gotta really say about that. Hashtag stop the leaks. Hashtag stop the Deadpool leaks. I'm on board. And with that, that's all she wrote. That's another FnA headlines in the bag, baby. We'll be back Friday, 8 p.m. for another FnA headlines, and we will have a continued update for the Jonathan Majors trial. If we get any more Deadpool between now and then, I'll evaluate it and we'll see where we're going to go from there. If you get a chance, check out the podcast. We just dropped a new episode, FnA Presents. You can get that on any platform that offers podcasts. Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, all of them. Stitcher, I think that's in there too. And YouTube. There's not much there right now, but I'm working on it. I've been working hard on this breakdown video, and I'll have that out probably beginning next week. And until then, I'm Fred. This is FnA, and I'll see you in the next video.